Aaron Rodgers is holding up the entire NFL, and he hasn't even thrown a pass yet. The 42-year-old star quarterback refuses to reveal his plans for next season. This is no longer just his personal choice. It is a massive roadblock for the whole league. With the NFL draft closing in fast, general managers are completely stuck. They are backed into a corner, forced to make two totally different game plans just to be safe, all because one player will not make a decision. Right now, you might think the biggest story in football is a giant trade or a top rookie prospect. It is not. The real drama is absolute silence. Rodgers refusing to show his cards is causing real panic in front offices all over the country. General managers are trying hard to plan out their year, but they cannot control what he does. Here is the big thing most fans miss. This is not just about what team Rodgers plays for. It changes the path of every single other quarterback looking for a job. Look at the ripple effect happening right now. If he chooses to play another year, a top starting job is taken right away. That hits the rest of the league hard. Good veteran players looking for a one-year deal are suddenly left out. Promising rookies fall down the draft board. Teams that waited to spend their salary cap space are left picking through what is left. But if he decides to retire for good, the whole picture flips. The market blows wide open. This exact situation is why the Pittsburgh Steelers are watching so closely. Their whole offseason depends on his final choice. The front office in Pittsburgh is in a very tough spot. They need a sure answer at quarterback right now, but they cannot ruin their long-term goals. Trying to win now while building for the future is hard enough. Add this much guessing, and it becomes a total nightmare. If the future Hall of Famer stays, the player pool shrinks. That really limits what Pittsburgh can do in free agency. If he retires, suddenly new paths open up. Because of that, every single move the Steelers make right now holds massive weight. Do they take a chance on a backup plan today? Or do they wait and hope a better choice pops up once the quarterback market clears? That is the heavy pressure sitting inside their building. Even the players know a big shift is coming. When asked about the confusing quarterback picture, Steelers running back Jaylen Warren gave a very blunt answer. "Whatever happens, happens," he said. On the surface, that sounds like a guy who does not care. But look closer. Pro players just know when team plans are changing. They can feel the stress leaking out of the front office. Everyone is bracing for a shakeup. To fully get how huge this delay is, you have to know how the NFL draft works. Picking players is a giant guessing game. General managers build their draft boards by guessing what veterans will sign where. If one big guess turns out to be wrong, months of hard scouting vanish in a flash. Picture having to finish a massive draft plan while the biggest piece of the puzzle refuses to move. Rodgers has frozen the league without saying a single word. His silence carries way more weight than a press release. Not being able to cross his name off the board is causing more trouble than any giant trade ever could. This waiting game forces front offices to build two different plans at once. If the veteran says he is coming back, he takes a prime starting job. Teams that quietly hope to grab a safe veteran backup are left with nothing. Out of pure panic, those general managers will turn straight to the draft. They will grab rookie quarterbacks way earlier than they wanted to. Once one team reaches for a quarterback out of pure need, the gates fly open. Other teams panic, draft boards get ruined, and chaos takes over. Or think about the mess if he officially retires. A huge hole opens up on a team that expected to be safe. They must find a new guy right away by trading up in the draft or paying too much for a veteran. This starts a frenzy. Known quarterbacks demand trades, agents work the phones, and the whole football world shifts into high gear. Rodgers holds all the leverage, and he holds every single card. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, the room for error is basically zero. They cannot afford to mess up this timeline. If they wait too long and Rodgers returns, Pittsburgh might miss their chance to draft a star rookie. On the other hand, if they panic and sign an okay free agent today, only for Rodgers to quit tomorrow and flood the market with better talent, they ruin their own chances. These are the high-stakes bets that decide if a general manager keeps his job. Think about the scouts out on the road. Right now, team scouts are flying all over the country. They are standing on college fields watching young players throw. They are spending hours breaking down film on kids they might not even draft. Front offices are forcing them to do double the work just to be safe. It is a huge drain on time and money. Plus, Think about their biggest rivals. Teams in their own division do not know who to prepare for. The Ravens and Bengals are just waiting to see who they will face. The whole division is totally stuck. Teams all over the league are working in the dark. Contract deals are paused. Player cuts are delayed. That shows just how heavy this standoff really is. You are not dealing with a normal free agent. You are dealing with a star whose shadow covers all 32 teams. When a superstar this big hits pause, the whole league is forced to wait. But the clock does not care. With the draft getting closer, the need for an answer is at an all-time high. Executives need hard facts, but they are flying totally blind. Every single day that Rodgers stays quiet makes the risk higher. The Steelers pride themselves on being a rock-solid team. But even the calmest front offices crack under this kind of guessing game. Should they trade away future picks to grab a rookie, or bet everything on the guys they already have? Whatever path they pick is full of danger. At the same time, younger quarterbacks are caught in the middle. If the veteran stays, those precious roster spots go away. That makes a tough job market even worse. If he walks away, a new space opens up, and new careers can begin. It all traces back to one single waiting choice. As the football world scrambles, the quarterback is carefully weighing his choices. This choice goes way beyond just building a team. It is about sealing his legacy and dealing with walking away from the game he has played his whole life. It is a deeply personal choice. But his own timeline does not match the league's rushed schedule. Think about the real cost of this long delay. Spring practice is right around the corner. Coaches need to start teaching their plays. If a team does not know who their starting quarterback is, those early workouts are a waste of time. It is not just about the draft either. It is about real money. Millions of dollars are currently frozen. General managers must keep a huge chunk of their budget open just in case he decides to play. Because that cash is locked away, teams cannot sign free agent receivers or big offensive linemen. Other players across the league are losing out on deals because front offices are scared to spend. Rodgers already has his Super Bowl ring. He has all the major awards. He has nothing left to prove to anyone. But walking away after an ugly playoff loss is tough. Great players want to leave as winners. They want the perfect ending. Finding peace with that takes a lot of time. But the NFL is a harsh business that never stops moving forward. It does not wait for perfect endings. For right now, the power sits right in his hands. Setting the pace for the whole offseason is a power very few players ever get. There are no flashy press conferences or dramatic countdowns. There is only absolute silence. But in the NFL, right now, that silence is loud. By staying quiet, Rodgers has forced proud teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers into a guessing game. Working in the dark leads to huge mistakes, shocking draft day trades, and ruined seasons before training camp even starts. The big question left is how this traffic jam will clear. Will he step back onto the field and starve the free agent market? Or will he walk away, kicking off a wild quarterback scramble? The league is holding its breath. The exact second that answer drops, the quiet will break. Draft plans will be rewritten on the fly. General managers will flood the phone lines. Front offices like Pittsburgh will either look totally prepared or get caught completely off guard. One player's waiting has frozen pro football. Now everyone is just waiting for his answer.